Hey friends, it's time for another new episode of the Two Clouded Mind Show with your favorite hosts, Chris.
I have a very caveman brain.
And Dave.
He's falling apart in front of our eyes.
Subscribe to the Two Clouded Mind Show on YouTube and everywhere you get your podcasts.
Two Clouded Minds, baby. I love you guys.
Oh my God, you're meant to do that.
What is up, my friends? We are back. That's right. It's Wednesday. It's KCDC, America's new favorite obsession.
Hello and welcome.
What's up, Dave?
Not too much, my man. How you making out?
I'm good, dude. I am good. A little bit of a zombie, but we're here.
What else is new?
Things happen. Yeah, exactly. It's the life of the bar industry.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And it's as we all know, this is our big summer kickoff weekend, so it's just pure chaos at the beach town.
Yeah, this starts the busy season, which then goes for the next 364 days.
Pretty much.
Right. Busy season starts now, and then it's just until very next busy season, just right up against each other. And then it's busy season again right after that.
Yeah, there's only like a week of breathing room for us. And it's
But those are the weeks where somebody comes into the bar, does something stupid, and you have to kick them out, but then you get in trouble for kicking out somebody who did something stupid.
You're right. You hit the nail on the head, kid.
Hey man, I've worked at jobs before. I know how these things work. It's you can never be right, even when you're following the rules. You can never be right. So yeah, it's a good time.
It's funny too, like we had another little mishap, and I wouldn't even really call it a mishap. So we turn lights on around 1:30. Lights go on. I give it about 10 minutes. Everybody, close your tabs. Bar's closed. Got to go. We'll see you tomorrow.
Business as usual.
That's it. So 2 a.m., I'm like doing just busy work, pulling stuff in that needs to come in for the night. And I noticed that there's a customer in the bar asking one of the bartenders for a phone charger. I'm like, what? Dude, the bar's closed. You got to go, man. Like, we don't have a phone charger. It's really not our...
First of all, yes, you do. There's a 1,000% chance that behind that bar, there's not one. There's probably 2 or 3 phone chargers back there of different types. You got an Android charger, you got an iPhone charger. You at least have those 2, if not a third one. So yeah, you do have a charger behind the bar. Don't you lie?
Okay,
multiple.
Fair. But it's not our job to give it to a customer.
No, but here's a question I have for you. What if that customer needed to order an Uber, or was gonna order an Uber to get home and their phone died, or they ordered the Uber and then their phone died right after they ordered it?
So
what do you do in that situation?
I come from the school, and I'm pretty sure that you can agree with me, and I think that a lot of people will. If you're of age to go out to a bar, especially a bar, I think that you should be adult enough to have at least half a phone battery.
Nope.
Really?
Wrong. You're so wrong. No. Here's the thing. And this applies to everybody, everywhere, in all walks of life. People are fucking morons. People are so fucking stupid. So stupid that they can't even find the door. They are so stupid that they cannot even be trusted to take care of themselves. No, I don't think you can expect, if you're expecting people to act adult. I'm not even going to talk about having X amount of charge in your battery. No. If you're expecting them to act like adults, to simply act their age in public, then you're asking too much. You're absolutely asking too much. So to think that somebody is going to plan ahead for themselves, to take care of themselves, to go out at night and be covered and be like under control and have everything all thought of and everything, no way. No. Maybe 1 out of 2,000 people that you see on a daily basis, maybe one person has their shit together that much. Most people in the world only give a fuck about themselves, could not give a shit about anybody else but themselves, and think that the entire world revolves around them. So yeah, there's nobody's looking at their phone being like, oh, I better have enough charge to get me home tonight. They're thinking everybody in the planet, it's their responsibility to get me home tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I would never. I mean, you know me well enough by now to know that I'm probably the most cynical person you've ever met. Like, I have zero faith in humanity. None. Zero. Okay? I'm in my mid-40s. I don't have any children, and that's by design. Okay? I would not. I mean, I have nieces and nephews, so I have nieces and one nephew. And I feel bad for them every single day because they have to live in this world for longer than I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I don't think that there's a single person out there who I trust. I mean, I have like my own friends, my best friends. Like we were talking before the show, we were talking about how your own friends don't take the time to actually like consider you. You know what I mean? Like they only take the time to consider themselves.
Anthony's here. Go ahead, continue.
Perfect. No, that's fine. Hit it. Nobody wants to listen to me complain all day.
No. I honestly, I could. I could. I'm here for it, dude. Hey, I let him in. Where's he at?
Figures.
Oh, nope.
There we go.
Oh, there he is.
There's his name anyway.
Yeah. You had me thinking I hit the wrong button at first.
Hey.
What's going on with your camera, pal? Is this the new camera?
Yeah.
It's too bright. You got to turn down your lights or something. It's the settings are so wrong.
Yeah, you're a bit saturated.
Yeah, you're totally blown out. No. Like maybe the camera settings are fucked up or something, but that camera is wrong. Way wrong. Nope.
Sure.
You're
I look like I'm super white.
Yes. You're way too white. Way too white. You're totally blown out.
Maybe it's the sun. I don't know.
That's better. That's definitely better.
Oh, the sun was shining the light of the window.
Okay.
Hey.
Welcome. You haven't missed much. I had to take a phone call right before we started, so we pretty much just got kicked off.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, man. But yeah, Dave, so back to what we were saying with that one kid in particular. I just think it's crazy how 9 times out of 10 you tell these kids no, or if you can't help them, the first thing they go to is, all right, well, you're a bitch. Come outside, let's fight. It's like dude, I said I don't have a phone charger. What do you want to fight me for? Like, it's not like I'm sorry that I'm not your father. Like,
yeah, well, that's exactly what I was saying. They think the world revolves around them. Like, you exist to serve them. You exist so that they can do whatever they want at any given time, and they don't have to have any responsibilities. So, but the truth is, like, getting back to the original point, like if I'm at a bar. I mean, obviously this wouldn't happen to me, but if you're about to order an Uber or you just ordered an Uber and then your phone dies, that's a problem. Like, that guy can't leave the bar if he doesn't have a ride, right?
Yeah.
So I can understand why they would be. There's a world where asking a bartender for a phone charger at closing time at least makes some sense, but you're not wrong though. Like, it is first and foremost on the person themselves to make sure that they have enough phone battery to get home at night, you know? But nobody, like, people, if you hold somebody to that standard that I expect you to be able to get yourself home at the end of the night, then you're expecting too much from somebody.
Yeah.
You're expecting way too much from somebody for them to just, if you say, I expect you to take care of yourself for the rest of the day, that's expecting too much. In my opinion, it's expecting too much. I've never met a person in the world that I look at and be like, oh, this person is going to be fine today, and they're going to be able to handle themselves the whole day. I've never met a person in my life that I thought that about.
Yeah.
But I'm a very cynical person, so.
And I told you, I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it.
Because the thing is, stop me when I'm wrong. Stop me when I start telling a lie. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be right about all this stuff, but I am. I'm 100,000% right about it, and nobody can change that. I will always be right if I say people are fucking shit. People are scumbags. People are trash. I'll always be right. You'll never, ever, ever be able to convince me that I'm wrong, because I'm not wrong.
There will always be people that are shit.
95% of people are absolute trash. Absolute trash. They make the world worse by existing. 95% of people. It's like the world is horrible. It's a horrible, horrible place, and the people in it are horrible.
Yeah, and it's not even just like America. You're right. The world.
But I'll tell you, it is mostly America. It honestly is, and I mean, when I say the world, maybe I should just say America, because like I don't honestly know what it's like in other countries, but I know it's not like this. So yeah, I mean, America is probably the worst country on the planet. You know what I mean? When you consider all things, I mean, there's people who like don't have indoor plumbing. There's people who don't have food to eat or water to drink, and they're better off than we are.
Yeah. Crazy.
But yeah, I will know. I'll when this episode is airing, I will be in a different country.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so cool. Let's take a quick moment to give Dave a shout out for all his hard work. He's taking his show to Mexico. That's amazing.
Mexico.
That's no small feat, dude. That's
Well, let me correct you. I'm not taking my show to Mexico. The company in Mexico is taking my show to Mexico.
Like that's another level. Like being offered to say, hey, listen, come down to us and shoot your show here is something nice. But then being brought out is now something that's awesome. Like you should feel very accomplished and proud of like all the work you put into. This is the one of many stepping stones in your Spirit for Spirits adventure journey. Right. I couldn't think of the word thank you thing. For sure. I'm super excited. Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick. That's gonna be so sick. And dude, you're gonna eat such good food. Oh man, I'm jealous.
Like authentic.
Yeah.
You would assume so. Yeah, you would assume so. I
mean, no red dye 40 over there.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what I'll be eating over there. I told them that I have a slight seafood allergy because I don't want to get into a situation where they're trying to feed me seafood that I can't eat.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you don't want to come out of there looking all swollen.
So yeah, I mean, it should be a good time. We're going to be there we're going down on the 28th as of right now. You know, we're going down there on the 28th and coming back on the 30th or 31st. Mm-hmm. So it'll be, I mean, in some ways it's a, sightseeing type of vacation, but I'll be busy the whole time. I'll be working the whole time. I'm not going to have a lot of time to like enjoy myself, so to speak. Like I'll have some time.
It's more business than pleasure for you, working. But there will be some moments of pleasure, at least. The sightseeing alone, there'll be moments of, oh, look at that. Wait, I gotta shoot this.
It's all gonna be memory. Is really cool too.
Yeah, and the nice part about it is that we'll have the video. We'll have the episode to show. But I'll probably be taking my drone down there, so I'll be able to fly the drone around in the Mexican desert. So that should be pretty fun.
Hell yeah! Fuck yeah!
Hell yeah, dude! Search for treasure.
Probably won't do that. Probably won't do that.
No, dude, I'll have like the Aztecs coming after him. We don't want that. We want our boy back.
I don't need.
Dave goes to there and finds like the Book of Amun-Ra or something.
Ancient curses. Yeah, that's wrong civilization.
Doesn't matter. Shit floats around.
Oh man. Oh dude, so guys, last night was our first karaoke themed night at work.
Oh boy.
I wanted to commit suicide and splatter my brains all over these people that were singing.
That's usually how it goes with karaoke. Yeah, karaoke is not fun for people who are not singing karaoke.
Especially,
No.
I mean, you add alcohol in there. Some fear leaves some people that shouldn't. And
Horrible.
you know,
It was so bad. At one point, this group of four girls were singing like a Taylor Swift song, and it was akin to listening to 10 cats screaming bloody murder in a pillow bag. Crazy.
that's funny.
It's crazy, man. But ugh.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
there's not too many things that are more annoying to a sober person than a drunk person, especially a drunk person who's singing karaoke.
Badly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which
Mm.
most of the time karaoke is bad. Like maybe you get 1 out of 10 people that can actually sing.
Right. And then that's what you hold on to.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was just about to say. Out of say that 10 people sang last night, one person actually sounded halfway decent.
Yeah.
But whatever. They had fun. The night's over.
Yeah.
We go back and do it again tonight. But at least tonight's just a normal night.
No
Shouldn't be,
karaoke.
no karaoke, no themes. Tomorrow's the monthly game show, which is kind of like a spin-off of The Price is Right. That's a fun
Nice.
show. Really brings a good crowd. And then
Plinko.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday is just going to be. Oh, they do the Plinko. They do a Plinko drop. They got a Plinko.
Solid. That was my favorite game as a kid, bro. I used to be like, oh, where's it gonna go? Where's it
I
gonna
like
go?
that, and I liked where you punched through and you grabbed the prize.
Yeah, that was
That
good.
was
That
fun.
was good.
I always wanted to do that. I wanted to punch through the paper.
Makes sense. You just punch people.
Exactly. It's a fair trade-off. Yeah, man. So that's that. This is just going to be. This is the marathon for the beginning of the summer. After this week, it'll be back to normal scheduling, and we'll have our couple days, or our 4th of July party and shit like that. But it's going to be an aggressive summer, boys. It's going to be an aggressive summer. These 21-year-olds are out of their minds,
Yeah, they always
Yeah.
have been.
and they look like babies. 21. Maybe it's because I'm 45, but
That might be
21,
part of it.
they look like they're teenagers still. And I'm like, dude, this is not a real ID. Like, I'm looking at them like, "Dude, get the fuck out of here."
It says McLovin on it. It can't be real. Tell you what about the opposite way, bro. Was that a softball or one of the softball games the other day?
Hmm.
Bro, 10 U means 10 and under. Right? And generally it's 10 and 9-year-olds because then they have 8U. This young girl, bro, was the size of me height-wise, bigger than me every way.
Stop. And she was
I
like
want-
number 10.
Technically, you have to be 10. But everybody has to bring like birth certificates. I never ask, but like I wanted to. I wanted to just be like, if she was on base and I was like, go near her, be like, so what time did you leave work yesterday? Just to see what the reaction was, because if there's an answer, gotcha, But dude, the other way, like this 10-year-old is looking like she's 20, Crazy.
This bitch is huge.
Bro, she's walking out to go at bat. She's bigger than the ump. The coach catches, but down everything. She's just walking out, like just.
He's just crushing home runs every
But,
at bat.
she hit it. She had a good hit, for sure. But no. She ate Wheaties twice every day. I guess I don't know.
Is she on your team or is she on an opposing team?
Opposing team. We
Oh,
won.
oh.
We won. It was tight. Levia hit a triple off their pitcher, bro. I was super excited.
Sick.
Super excited.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
What do you mean off their pitcher?
Because it depends. Like there, dude, I'm there's so many different leagues and age groups, and then if you're
Guys,
in
spin
rec
tires for
and
a
then you
second. I'll be right
travel,
back.
there's different rules. So like 10U travel. So she's on the travel team. It's all pitched by the team. So like if she walks them, she walks them. But in rec, if it becomes a walk, then the coach pitch comes up, and then the coach will just come in and pitch. Just so it's like those games would drag on a rec as opposed to travel. They drag on in some travel games for sure. So it's done that. So yeah, she actually hit a home run off of me last same game, but that's more so because of like bad overthrow. But
Mm.
dude, never thought in my life like an 8-year-old game or a 10-year-old game would have me thinking it's the World Series or something, bro. It's legit. And it's like regular season game, but you know.
Yeah, that's fatherhood right there.
Yeah, man. Don't make me cry.
Sorry about that.
It's all right. It's allowed. I was just talking about my kids, and you were like, I don't want to hear this, and I left.
No.
I'm kidding.
So, I'll pull the curtain back. I have a back house where I live, and
Like where you go poop?
no.
That would be an
kinda like,
outhouse.
I'm out of breath. Hold on.
Did you just ran all the way to the other house?
Yeah.
Why?
So my landlord is about to be here because she's setting up for the people that are moving in tomorrow, and I'm the one who has the key to the back house. So I just had to run and put it under the mat.
Oh. Okay.
We're good.
Yeah.
You're
Well, I
right,
mean,
you sound out of breath.
you're not good. You just got winded from like running 20 feet, so you're not good.
Hey man,
Like
it was
in
like
total.
40 feet. It was like 40 feet.
Hmm.
And I sprinted.
I mean, not much sprinting you can do like through a house. You know,
Yeah, he didn't sprint.
No, I
dog
didn't.
trips you.
No, she didn't even get up. She just looked at me like, "What are you doing?"
She was like, "Cool, bro. See you later."
Yeah. You're not taking me with you, dickhead? Oh man. Yeah. It's freezing out, fellas. This
I
does
wouldn't
not
say it's
feel like
freezing.
about to be summer.
You're in a different spot than I am because I'm actually warm right now. Like I'm thinking to myself, sweatshirt was a mistake.
Yeah.
very-
Well,
it's
it's in the
humid.
60s.
It's humid.
So I mean, it's cooler, and then whatever. The weather's been up and down, but it's not cold. I'm fine with it. I like this.
Oh, see, you guys are kind of far away from me. We're like
You're by the
56 and
water.
raining. Yeah, it's 56 and raining right now.
Yeah,
Ugh.
when you're closer to the water, it's a little more chilly.
Yeah.
It happened. Looking like
That's
Darth
how
Vader.
fools get sick, man. It's like 71 day, then 50 something the next day, raining for 3 days.
Yeah. Build your immune system.
Dude, we all know that I can't afford or don't need to be sick anymore in 2025. It's
Yeah.
been a rough 5 months already.
Yeah, you've definitely had your share of illnesses.
Yeah. That was ridiculous. It was like that was like 2 solid months of being sick.
Yeah, well, how's that spider bite, by the way?
It feels good, but it's funny that you said that because last night, no, like it's been a few weeks now. I'd say it's closer to a month that I've had it, but I used all my antibiotics that I was supposed to, and last night it was actually a little itchy, but it doesn't.
It's just a part of you now. It's your twin.
I'm thinking, yeah. I was nervous that spiders were gonna hatch out of my skin, but I think we're
Ugh.
good.
Oh my god, that's like a terrible
I
fear.
kill myself.
Oh my
I-
god. Shh. Yeah, I'm just to you and Charlotte now.
Yeah. She ain't gonna leave me any special notes in the web.
No.
Her notes are gonna kill yourself.
Daily affirmations for Chris from his spider inside him.
Yeah. End it now.
And it now. That's funny.
Did you guys hear that the Tush Push did not get banned?
Yeah, what was it? 22 voted yes.
I don't know how many votes there actually were, but it needed a 75% approval. Chris, do you know what the tush push is?
I do know what the tush push is. Can I make a guess as to say that the Eagles made that famous?
They did, yeah.
They did.
Yeah, the Eagles.
Dude, I'm a genius. I'm a sports genius.
Yes, absolutely.
The Eagles made it famous.
It was. I know. It was 22 people voted yes for it to be banned, and they needed 24.
So who was bitching about it? Like the loser?
22 of the 32 teams.
Well, no, the biggest team that was leading the bitch fest was the Green Bay Packers, and it needs to be specifically noted that it was the Green Bay Packers, not 22 teams or whatever. No, it was the Green Bay Packers who made the proposition for the rule change. The Green Bay pussy Packers are the team that wanted the tush push banned. Oh, we can't stop the tush push. We have to ban the tush push. It has to be banned. So if you're a Green Bay Packer fan, hide your head in shame because you're a fan of a bitch team.
Yeah, pussy.
Bunch of pussies. They're afraid. They can't stop us. They can't stop a play. It's embarrassing to all Green Bay Packers fans. If you're a Packers fan, hide your head in shame. Don't comment underneath this video if you're a Packers fan because you're an embarrassment to yourself and your family.
I don't know what's more embarrassing, that the Green Bay Packers can't stop the play or the play is called the tush push.
It's that they can't stop the play. And it's like they're not the only ones who can't stop the play. Like it's a hard play to stop if done correctly. But they're the ones who are crying to get it out of the game, So if you ever meet any Packers fans, you know that they're soft.
Mm-hmm.
And the tush push is not going anywhere. So other teams, instead of being babies, maybe just learn how to do it yourself. Maybe just learn how to do it.
Practice harder.
Exactly. Like maybe just figure it out. How about that?
Yeah. Hit the gym. Eat your Wheaties like that girl on the softball team does. Yeah. Eat a lot of them.
Yeah. So
a lot has to do with it. They have a big offensive line, and Jalen Hurts is a big quarterback. He's strong.
Sure,
quarterback.
that has a lot to do with it. Sure, but the fact is they came up with a better method to do it. It's just it's just that simple. They came up with a better method to do it, and people can't stop it. So they're like, "Oh, it has to be illegal if we can't stop it." No. You figure it out too. Just figure it out. Because the thing is, Tom Brady was one of the best quarterback sneakers in all of football history, and he can't run for shit. He's like the slowest quarterback in the history of human events. He can't run at all. He's not athletic like Jalen Hurts is, but he just knew how to do it. He was smart enough. He knew exactly where to stick his body in there and just get in there and get the first down to the touchdown, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. So even if I was kind of thinking that even if they did ban the tush push, the Eagles still would just do a different version of it and it would be just as effective. But I'm glad they didn't outlaw it. I'm glad that now other teams have to say, okay, we can't just legislate this out of the game. Let's maybe figure out a way to maybe do this or stop it or have some sort of an answer for it. But I'm glad that they didn't take it out of the game because that would have just signaled the softening of the NFL, in my opinion. So, but Green Bay Packers fans got to be embarrassed. They got to hang your head in shame today.
In your guys' opinion, so if Green Bay is soft, who's the toughest NFL team? Like pound for pound?
Detroit Lions.
Really?
Detroit Lions. Yeah, and it's strictly based on their head coach. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a savage.
Yeah, he's a hard cunt.
He's a tough guy. He never punts. He just goes for it on fourth down every time. Yeah, he's
no way.
He's like fourth and 37 on our own 2.
We're going
do this.
That's cool.
It's a 38-yard play. Let's go. Let's do it.
Nah, listen, he's done a lot for that organization since he's been there.
Yeah, they've taken on his identity as a tough guy, as a lunch pail guy. His name is Dan Campbell, the coach. When he did his introductory press conference, he's like, "You might knock us down, but when we're coming back up, we're gonna bite your kneecaps on the way up, and we're gonna really tear you down. We're not stopping, whatever." And so he went viral for saying he's an NFL head coach saying we're gonna bite your kneecaps. So for the first year or two of his coaching career, people were like, "Oh, Dan Campbell's gonna bite your kneecaps, ha 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 ha." But he fostered this team, this tough ass team that they stopped punting. They punt sometimes, but if it's 4th and 4 or whatever, 4th and 3, they're going for it.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're tough. They're mentally tough. They're physically tough. And there's definitely other coaches and other teams. But if you ask me who's the toughest team in the NFL, like Dan Campbell jumps to mind. He's the first person that jumps to mind.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And the Lions have been a lot of fun to root for the last couple of years, especially considering Dan Campbell is an easy to root for kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be an interesting team to watch this season because they lost both of their coordinators. They have the same head coach, but they lost their offensive coordinator and their defensive coordinator, both of whom were very good. So the Detroit Lions should be an interesting team to watch this year to see how they progress into the next iteration of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Because they've been knocking on the door the last couple of years, but
hard.
But now they lost their coordinator, so now it's a question of, okay, well, we know this team is super duper talented. Will they have enough of the other stuff in order to get over the hump?
Interesting. Maybe they'll get a better offensive coordinator.
Not likely.
Yeah, not likely. I mean, the guy who they had was very, very good. He was highly sought after. People tried to hire him after last season to be their head coach, and he stayed in Detroit for one more year. And then now he's a head coach in Chicago. And then the defensive coordinator is now the head coach of the Jets.
Ah.
Yeah. Who he used to play for.
Really?
He was drafted by the Jets. His name is Aaron Glenn. Yeah, he was drafted.
Okay. I'm actually pretty excited to see how he does things for sure.
Yeah, he's basically like an easy to root for kind of guy, and you hope that he brings that toughness that Detroit had with him. Which you think that he might, but
as a defensive coordinator, and they have a very good defense.
Pretty good.
Well, yeah, it's still good potential to be good depending on what in the situations and whatnot. But yeah, I'm very intrigued to see them this year as well, because they are a talented roster, some young good players. I'm interested to see someone from New York be good. I'm not very not likely for the Giants, so I'm hoping for the Jets.
It's not going to work.
I'm hoping the Giants only win 8 games.
Bro, if the Giants win 8 games, Anthony will eat my hat. If the Giants
I like that bet.
If the Giants win 8 games, Anthony will eat that surfboard that's behind him on the wall there.
No, that's a lot of wood, bro.
You like wood though, from what I heard.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Your mom likes wood.
Oh.
So, okay, Chris.
Yes.
Chris knows very, very little about NFL football.
This is true. Famously know very little about football.
All right,
Indeed.
So here we go, Chris. I'm going to read you these names, and I'm going to see. I just want to hear your impression of, when you hear these names for the teams that the Giants are going to be playing, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What just happened?
Uh-huh.
Stand by a second because my computer just freaked out. Okay. NFL preseason. All right. The first game of the season the Giants have is against the Washington Commanders. Chris, what do you know about the Washington Commanders? Anything?
I know that they used to be the Redskins.
Okay. True.
That's fair.
And I thought that was a way cooler name.
You know who didn't, though?
Everybody
A lot of the
else
world.
in
The Native
world.
Americans, yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I don't know anything about them as a team. I can say that I don't think the Giants are going to beat them.
Second game is against the Cowboys.
But
By the way, both of these games are on the road. So they're on the road against the Commanders, who are a good up and coming team, and they're on the road against the Cowboys, who are like, they're middle of the road. The Cowboys are not like monsters or anything like that. The very next week, the Giants go to play their first home game against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Ooh, that's a loss.
Then they play again at home against the Los Angeles Chargers. I don't know if you know anything about the Chargers, but they're an up-and-coming team as well, and their head coach is very, very good. Then they play at New Orleans, the Saints. This might actually be a game they could actually win.
Mm-hmm.
They will win that game.
Maybe. And then they play at home against the Eagles. Nope.
Ooh, there's no way they're beating the Eagles.
Then they go to Denver to play the Broncos, who are a good young up and coming team, and then they go to Philly to play the Eagles again.
Wow. In 3 weeks, they play the Eagles twice?
2 times in 3 weeks. That's exactly right.
A lot of times that's how the Giants and them play. Like I remember it was last year, the year before, it was 2 times within 3 weeks at the end of the season.
Then they play the 49ers,
Mm-hmm.
where they're a pretty good team. Then they play then they're at the Bears. That one is sort of up in the air.
They might beat the Bears.
They might, but the thing is, like, on paper, the Bears are a better team, but it's a matter of, like, they have a brand new head coach. They have a bunch of young rookies that they're counting on. So the Giants, they should be competitive in that game, but I think a lot of people would say that they expect the Bears to be better than the Giants this year. Then they play against the Packers. Then they play against the Lions. Those are 2 losses. Then they play against the Patriots. That game they might be able to win. Then they play the Commanders again. They play the Vikings. Then they play the Raiders. They might be able to win that one, and they close the season with the Cowboys. I mean, we're looking at 4 wins tops.
Yeah.
4 tops.
I over on 4.
Over 4? That's because you're a Giants fan and you're not realistic.
The over under is 5.5.
So what you're saying is that they might win 5 games?
Well, I'm saying I'll take the over all day on 4.
Okay. 5.5 is not that much more than 4, but whatever.
It's over 4.
I think it's going to be under 5. You're giving me 5.5. I'm taking the under all day, and I think that they have no more than 4 wins this year. No more than 4.
It all sounds like $500 to me.
Yeah.
It does. It does. I would eat the board if you lose the bet.
If I have to pay the $500, you'll eat that surfboard?
I don't know how. Could I put it in sawdust?
Knuckle it right now. Boom. There we go. I'll take that action.
I'm gonna get a styrofoam one just in case.
Yeah, because that'll be easier to
Edible
eat.
styrofoam.
Yeah, that'll be easier to eat.
Then wood? I don't know.
Yeah, wood is a natural substance. Styrofoam is not. You're better off eating wood, dude. It's pretty obvious.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm just worrying about consuming.
Carcinogens in the plastic.
Yeah, you're gonna.
Yeah, you can't eat styrofoam, but you could eat wood. It's not going to be good, but you could eat it.
Put it on a sandwich.
At least a gnarly bite of it.
Oh, break a couple teeth.
Dude, if you took a bite of that surfboard right now, you would be chewing it until 9:00 tonight.
I wouldn't have teeth because my teeth would break trying to chew a piece of wood.
We'll be fair, let you snap a piece off so you don't have to.
Yeah. I'll get a saw out and I would have to cut a piece of wood off. Yeah.
You can use a fork and a knife.
Yeah.
We'll allow you to use a fork and a knife.
I'll be there until 9:00 just trying to cut a piece.
What we'll do is we'll soak the board in water for 24 hours so it's like spongy.
There you go.
Then you can eat it. Or we can, we can marinate it in like your favorite whatever.
Dude, if
So-
I have to eat wood, that just sounds bad.
That's a button. I have to eat wood.
No.
For some reason, they don't have the Giants over/under wins on DraftKings right now. They took it down.
What? Stop. That's a thing? You could do that?
Yeah, they have New Orleans, New England, New York Jets, but no New York Giants. Oh, here it is. Found it. Never mind. Sorry, found it.
I was just gonna say, did they omit
No, it's
certain
still
teams on
no.
purpose?
Well, sometimes they do that. Yeah, sometimes they'll take a team away or a bet off the board if for some reason it's
It might be changed.
either it's being changed or like it's too much of a guarantee for there to be a question. You know what I mean? Like it's just too obvious type of deal. But yeah, they still have the Giants at 5.5. I bet you could see that. You could see that number come down. It might end up. It might be at 4.5 when the season starts. We'll see.
Poor Giants. But you know what? At least
Because
the New York Yankees are doing good.
Under 5.5 is minus 130 right now. So if it gets any higher, they're going to probably move the line.
Huh.
We'll see. We'll see. There's still plenty of time between now and then.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
yeah, there's a lot of time.
Yeah, like we've come into like the dog days of dynasty football right now, dynasty fantasy football, where there's like nothing going on. We did the NFL draft, we did our rookie draft. That was very exciting. A bunch of trades happened in our league, and now it's like hibernation time. Everybody's just kind of like doing their thing, just hanging out, waiting.
But like
Yeah.
you can be behind the scenes, kind of keeping an eye on things and shit like that, right?
Well, yeah, you're always just, ear to the ground on news, but like it's pretty much you're just watching and listening to, the camps and all the news and things that are happening, and then as it gets closer to the season starting, and preseason happens, that's when it starts. Because like, not knock on wood, you hate to say it, but like somebody gets hurt during preseason, that starts up something and changes something, so I just can't wait. Can't wait.
Nice.
I have a problem.
I mean, listen, there's worse problems to have.
Yeah, you could have a card collecting problem.
Or
I might have started that.
Hey, Chris, are you aware of this?
no.
So I started my new job, as people who listen to the podcast already know. I work for a sports card company. We do, stop doing that shit, dude. Stop doing that shit. Stop
was
it.
so
Like, what are you
confused.
doing? You got to stop that shit. Knock that shit off. Like, that's gross. Nobody wants to see that. So I started this job, and we do a lot of sports card stuff. We do breaks. We like rip the packs open and stuff like that, and do all that stuff. But it's like, you can buy really nice cards from where I work and all this other stuff. So I got this job, and for some reason somehow Anthony is an expert at cards because he's done his deep dive research.
I didn't say I was an expert.
You act like you are, but
How do I act like I'm an expert?
so Anthony decided he was going to get into a bunch of these breaks. So now, how many cards do you have? How many breaks did you end up getting into?
3.
3.
Well, I would say 2. I wouldn't say one was a break. One I just like bought a couple mystery cased cards.
So how many cards do you have now? What's your collection looking like?
Of all the cards?
Yeah.
Like bases and
Everything. Yeah. That's what we're talking about here, dude. Like, see how his face changed there? Because he was about to be like, well, I didn't get anything. I don't have the... No, you have... Look at what you have. What do you have?
Wait a minute. Stop.
Just cards littered everywhere.
That's a box. Where is it? This is a box of 400.
They're just everywhere, bro. So, like, if any of these are even, like, worth anything, they're probably being damaged as we speak.
So you got rares and shit just sitting in that pile?
No, I wouldn't say out of the 2 breaks I got in. All right, so one is like a mystery sealed package, and inside has a card that's like cased of some sort of signature or whatever. So I just, that was more of a mystery. Oh, whatever. The other 2, the other 2 were breaks where like there's 32 teams and you buy a team to get that team's cards, and each team is a different price based off of which card you're searching for is value that year. So like the Washington is the number 1 team card you're looking for their quarterback. So I got in on the Bears and the Falcons on both of them because they were the only ones left out of the quarterbacky teams, which would also be Denver or whatever. So out of all of them, I actually hit a card that's worth, something that I would like. If it's 20, something is to me is over 100. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I hit one card that's like if I grade it, maybe more, but 150 area.
That's a $150 card.
It's a Roma Dunze, so it was a rookie wide receiver, and it's the stained glass is what the type of card it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
And that's-
don't think that card raw probably is not a $150 card. Like when he says $150 card, he's talking about if it's graded at the highest possible level. So if he took that card, sent it in, and then they graded it a perfect 10, then it could be worth as much as whatever. But the way he's holding it in his hand, it's not worth $150. No, not even close.
I wouldn't say not even close, but yeah.
I did. You don't have to say it. I said it.
I mean, it's definitely a cool looking card. I mean, I know nothing about baseball cards. Like,
Well, it's just football.
when I was a child. I mean, honestly, like for me, that's when I say baseball card, I kind of even if it was a Pokemon card, I would say it's a baseball card, just because I feel like that's like the description. You know what I mean? Like that's all I've ever known is let's go get baseball cards. But yeah, that's a cool card. I've seen cards where it was like they're weird shaped, but like you'll see a picture of the player, but in some section of the card there's a cutout and it's a piece of their jersey.
Yeah,
Patch,
that's a
yeah.
patch. It's a patch card.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a patch audio. That's a patch auto that has a patch and an autograph on it, and it's also
See,
that one's also numbered. That's the most valuable card Anthony has.
I was just gonna say, in my dumb retarded brain, that looking at that looks like it would be $150 over next to the other, like the stained glass one.
Yeah, the Jahmyr Gibbs is valued over $100 for sure.
That's awesome, dude.
I mean, I've seen people get patch cards. I mean, I would get that graded if it's only $10 to get it graded.
It's not
Shit.
$10.
It's
No,
not $10 to get graded. How much is it to get graded?
It's like $40 to get it graded.
Per card,
Yeah.
right? Or
It's
per
very-
item, I guess.
It's very expensive. It's very
Now,
expensive.
My ignorance. I know that there's a big culture for sports cards and stuff like that, but like you have this valuable card.
Mm.
There's somebody in this world that is interested and would buy that from you, or are you just going to sit on that and it's going to increase value over years? Does it decrease value as long as it's like safe in that case?
Well, it increases value if the player, how the player does for sure. The players, their career will project the value of said card. But yeah,
Yeah, if he makes the Hall of Fame, for example, that card will go up in value. If he sets any kind of like NFL records or wins a championship or something like that. But yeah, the basic idea is you hope that the guy essentially makes the Hall of Fame, and then it'll be like at its max value.
oh,
Yep.
cool.
But yeah,
What
like,
is the
go ahead.
What's the most expensive sports card right now? Whether it's current or
Mickey Mantle.
really, was just
I
gonna
have
say,
I have the plaque card of it. It's sold for, I don't know what it was, 8 or 8 to 12 million area.
stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're talking about like a card from like the 60s or whatever that.
Mhm. Well, it's like the holy grail of sports cards, or at least baseball, I guess you want. But
And
it
it's
is sports
obviously
card.
in like mint condition, like just
It
pulled
was
out
yeah,
of
it
the
was a
box.
full graded 10, mint condition, blah 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 blah.
Like, okay, so Chris, you know the Mickey Mantle card that you have that is in my possession right now?
Yeah.
It's basically a similar card to that card.
But that one that we have is just a reproduction reprint.
No, not really. It's a card. It's a regular card. It's not like a reprint of a card. It's a card. It's just not the card. And then the other part of it is the other issue with the one the one yours is that the edges are damaged. Like the corners are like messed up.
Yeah, they're not perfect. Yeah.
Right. So like if that was to get graded, which it probably should be graded just to see. Well, I don't know about probably, but like the only way you would know would be to send it in to get it graded to see. But just by looking at it, like the edges are not perfect. So that
Well,
would be
I mean, just
be a
because of
knock.
the card and the player, I would still get it graded for $40. Like that's a shot I would do still. Even if it comes out with an 8.5, whatever, I would still get it graded just because it's a good card. But this is the card you guys have, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's similar.
That's Mickey Mantle. This is the card that's the Holy Grail, whatever, Mickey Mantle.
Yeah, that's not it. That's not the card we have. Give me a second.
Yeah,
I'll go grab it. I'll be right back.
Yeah,
Yeah, you guys have this one.
that's the one I'm thinking we have. Yeah, that
Mhm.
one looks familiar.
Still still a good card. It's Mickey Mantle. But yeah, when my mom brought this shit over, I think I might have said this, dude. It was in like a little stand-up tray sleeve that could fit 4 cards. And there was this one. There was a 14 karat gold Babe Ruth card I have, and then something else. It was like a Babe Ruth, just whatever. And then I saw this shit, and then I was just like I didn't know dollar wise. I just knew that was like the number one card. I was like, I called my sister. I'm like, bro, we fucking made it, dude. We made it. We're gonna make it. Everything's gonna be cool. She's like, what are you talking about? I was like, Dad has a card that's worth minimal, $1 million, or whatever.
Mhm.
And then I open and I take it out.
Oh,
It's just ceramic memorabilia.
Yeah, yeah. It's still cool to have though.
Yeah, I got a bunch of cool stuff.
That's awesome. When I was young, I never really did baseball cards. I did like comic books. I liked a lot of comic books and
Okay.
Pogs. Is embarrassing enough. Pogs were
I
hella,
remember I brought them on the show.
yeah, Pogs are hella popular.
I have some in the living room.
Okay,
There it
this
is.
This is Chris's Mickey Mantle card. So it's very similar to the one that Anthony showed, except that's not Anthony's holding a ceramic like plaque or whatever that is. This is an
Yeah, it's a
actual
little
baseball card. But if you look real close at this, all 4 corners are damaged.
Yeah.
Like the edges. So like
think
this
that
this is in
probably,
a plastic case right now, but it was not always in a plastic case. It was just sitting out somewhere. So like there's paperwork in the back that gives pricing on it, so I guess you could see that it was sold once or twice, or at least listed for sale at different costs: 250, 175, 350. There's all sorts of numbers written on the back here. But I don't know, like it should definitely get sent to be graded, there's no question, just to see what happens. But like I don't know if that's a smudge on the car. Like this probably wouldn't grade very well. And so for that reason, I don't know what the actual value is. Then once it gets graded, it would get put into a case like this
with an official seal.
Right, this
Who's
thing
that?
right here. What?
Who's that?
Drake London. This is my Drake London card.
Oh, couldn't see the jersey well. Nice.
Yeah, this is the when I got that card for you, that Jahmyr Gibbs. This is the one I got for myself.
That's dope.
So it's a Drake London on-card autograph, rookie card, and it's graded a perfect 10.
That's sweet.
Yeah, so this is my best card. I only really have one good card. This is it.
So now there's also the possibility that you open a pack, you get a dope card, and the card, even when you pull it right out of the pack, my bad, it's not perfect.
Yeah.
Right? Like in transit or
You could
whatever.
have literally opened the pack and when you took it out, bent all the
ripped
one
the
corners of the
corners.
cards. You know what I mean?
Or the card could
That's-
just be it could be printed poorly as
Crooked.
well. Like that, and that's the thing. Like that's why a card would get a 10 or not get a 10. Like this Mickey Mantle card, okay? You can't see, but it's closer to the top than it is to the bottom. Like it's not perfectly centered in the middle of the card. So they'll measure from the top to the thing and how much space there is at the top, how much space there is at the bottom and on the sides and stuff like that to see exactly how centered. Like this card is perfectly centered.
Mhm.
So it got a 10. It's perfectly centered. It's got, the autograph, whatever. But this card has damaged corners and it's not centered. So it might get like a 6 or a 7 or something like that, in which case it's pretty much not worth anything. If it's not graded a 10, then it's
it's bullshit. Yeah.
pretty much, yeah.
Not bullshit, but it's I see what you're saying. But now, is there a world where
It's like pass
if you
fail.
pull a card and it's misprinted, but it's a cool player, like a valuable player, will that automatically give it a 10 because it's different, or are they so strict that it has to be the most perfect?
It has to be the most perfect. If there's a card that's a misprint and it's like a good misprint, so like there are cards, for example, there's a card. My dad had this 1989 box of Topps baseball cards since obviously 1989, and there was a card that was made that year. The guy's name is he was a pitcher. His name is Bob Welch, and the Bob Welch card, the back of his card didn't say Bob Welch on it. It said like, or is it Bob Welch or maybe Jose Canseco? One of these two guys. The back of the card was the wrong back of the card. The front of the card was the guy. The back of the card was like the California Angels team leaders or something like that. Like it was a complete wrong back of the card. That card is actually worth a lot of money because like there's certain, and then there's another card. I have a Barry Bonds card where on the back of it there was a couple different misprints. There was one misprint where it had, like on the stats, it'll have a little asterisk, and the note says asterisk denotes he led the league. But that is different. Like there's one that has like one asterisk, and then there's some that have two asterisks, and the one that has two asterisks is like the misprint card. But then if you can find the one that has two asterisks but also doesn't have the period at the end of the INC, like the ink, that's the one that you really want, because it's got two misprints on it. It gets really crazy. It gets really crazy. But the bottom line is, the easiest way to remember it is that any card I have is worth trash. That's the easiest way that I can remember. It's like if I have it, it's worth fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I said that before. There was a guy, I had the card and I thought it was good, but he was holding his bat. The player nobody knows, didn't do anything good. But when they took the picture for the card,
off, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was just about to ask you. I was going to say, I have a bit of a trivia question. Who was that player, and is that card still in the wild?
It is in the wild because they didn't make too many of it because they noticed it pretty quick. But I have the right card in my drawer in the book of cards.
Do you know the player?
No, I couldn't tell you his name. Nobody knows his name.
Somebody.
Well,
does.
people who are card collectors know his name, but I don't. I couldn't tell you his name.
Yeah, that just came on my radar recently. I don't know what I was watching, but they were like, yeah, there was this baseball card, and this guy, when he was holding his bat, it said fuck off or something. I thought that was so gangster. That's so cool.
All right, boys.
Yeah, man.
That's a tight hour.
We did it. Again, Dave, I apologize about the other day for sleeping through my alarms.
No worries. We did it. We made it. We're good. There's a really decent chance you guys are going to have to film an episode next week without me. Just heads up on that, because I will not be around.
Me and you, kid.
So you guys can
we'll link up and we'll figure out scheduling and stuff.
Yeah, we'll make it happen, Captain.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. All right. Guys, thank you so much. You can check us out every Wednesday on YouTube, youtube.com/The Two Clouded Mind Show. If you don't want to watch us, you just feel like listening to us, we are everywhere that podcasts live in the audio world. You could also find us all over social media at Two Clouded Minds. If you like stalking us individually, I'm at Chris_is_not_funny on Instagram.
DC in the City on all social media. Anthony, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, man. Guys, again, thank you so much. Hit the like and subscribe button. Tell your friends. And until next time, stay clouded.